Hi everyone, this is James Stampley from the Blue Team over in CST 135. I worked with Tyler and Adam, and here's what we came up with for our vending machine project. As you can see, this is my main screen right here. So upon running the project, here's what's going to show up. We've got our drinks, our candy, our gum, and our chips, and they're all in an image view button. So actually, if you click on these like so, it's going to go ahead and open up the available drinks pane here. It's going to display our drinks. You've got Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, Gatorade, etc. You can go ahead and click the add button. A cool feature Tyler put in here was actually the animation. So when you click add, it's going to add the Coca-Cola to the basket, which I think is really cool. And let's just go ahead and add another one so you can see. There's our red Gatorade. We've got one of those. And add a Diet Coke and maybe another Coke just to demonstrate the quantities here. So as you see, we've got two Cokes, one Diet Coke, or red Gatorade. I'm going to go ahead and click done. And it's going to display our total here. Now, we didn't actually create the interaction as far as once you click accept, you're not going to, it's not going to dispense the product or anything like that. But in future versions, we do plan to implement that because that's a very useful feature to have in a vending machine. So for now, what I'm going to do is close out of here. So you saw those drinks there. One thing I want to point out really quick is the machine 2 that Tyler also implemented here. Now I'm going to go back into drinks. And as you can see, these drinks are a little bit different. There's one that's the same, but these ones are all different. We loaded up another machine just to display in the choice box there so that you can choose between the different machines. And we didn't implement the animation feature for the second machine, but obviously that's something that can be added pretty easily there. Still displays our total. I'm going to go ahead and click accept, get out of there. And I want to show you this cool feature here as far as our customers. This is going to simulate a customer queue. So we're going to click next customer down here. And obviously, we're going to do a lot to change this up. We just wanted to get functionality. We'll make it look a lot nicer in the later versions here. When you click next customer, you got a customer running towards there. And it shows you John wants a Coke, and it shows you the cost of the Coke. So what I'm going to do is click through all the customers here, because we're just going to imagine there was a line of customers that wanted to buy quite a bit of stuff here. And you see everyone purchasing. Now the line's empty. It says there are no more customers. So what we do is we're going to click check inventory here. And this screen that pops up is actually a feature in our boss management class, which I'll show you here in a second. But this is so that the boss can go ahead and view the inventory. Now, what I did was I implemented a quick view button that you can click on, and it's going to pull up all of our inventory here. So this is from both machines. It's got all of our inventory, the code associated, the price, the quantity. You can see, everything here. Some of the codes are the same. Obviously, these are two different machines, so you got to keep that in mind. I'm going to close the quick view button. You can see in our choice box here, we've also got some options. So I'm going to click extra peppermint, and I'm going to click add. And you can see our quantity goes up here. It has an initial value of 10, and now it's 11. So I'm going to go ahead and remove 2. We got 9. Now I'm going to go click on extra spearmint and click add. We've got 10 there. 11, and the reason it started out at 9 for the extra spearmint is because a customer just purchased it from the queue that I just demonstrated there a second ago. So not to get you confused there, but let's go back to peppermint now. Click add, and it went up from 9 to 10. Now, one other thing that I wanted to put in here was a home button, because I thought it would be very important to be able to get back to the home screen in an easy manner. So you click on the little icon, and it brings you right back to our main page and right into our next section, which is really quick. I'm going to show you the restock here. We didn't fully implement the restock, but as you can see, we've got our machine 1 and machine 2 here. What we plan to do is set it up as a button that will open up a new pane and give us access to restock both of these machines. So that's definitely a feature we want to implement on here. Let's get into admin. Here's that same screen that we saw previously from the customer queue when they were, when the customer was finished shopping. Click our password here, and it brings us back to that same menu. All right, so this is the same menu where we've got our home. You can add or remove a product, quantity. As an admin, of course, it says hello admin. And ultimately, that's the majority here of our project. We did want to implement some more, CSS-like features, through Java CSS to make or more color and make it more of a seamless, process for customers to go through. But for now, we did capture a good functionality of everything, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things here. Now, as far as our approach to implementation, we had a very unorthodox approach. We are very new at this, obviously, so it's not like we had a set game plan. We just kind of added as the weeks went on, and I think that's what made it a little bit difficult for us towards the end once we got to the final versions of our project, week 6 and week 7. It was a little bit difficult to be able to implement the search and the sort features on there just because of the way that our design was set up. So that's something we're going to have to go take a really deep look at, just kind of move classes around, isolate, certain functions in the right classes just so that they're all accessible correctly. That was just one thing that we had a lot of issues with. But again, we're going to go ahead and fix that up. I want to also mention that there's another feature here that was pretty difficult to implement. So let me get to customer screen. Let's see here. Oh no, I think I already went over it. It was the restocking feature. I mentioned that it was a little bit implemented, but ultimately it was a really rewarding project, and we learned a lot from it. There was a lot of stuff that we had to go through. a lot of stuff we had to go through to actually get this up and running. We're really proud of it, definitely. And as I said, we plan to take this to the next level. It's not something we're just going to set aside. We do plan on actually making this a vending machine software program. And as a team overall, I think we really pulled together. This isn't something that anyone could just do overnight, unless you have some experience in it. But we discussed, all three of us were new. And as a team, we were able to kind of get things done here together. So I'm really glad for that. And, I think it came together. And that is going to be it here. And I do want to thank you for checking out our video. In future versions, in the near future here, we're going to be implementing a lot more stuff. So I'm going to be excited to show you all the changes as we learn more. We'll be able to add more. But other than that, everyone, you have a wonderful day. And thanks for checking out our project.